So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the call. My name is Paul McCarthy, and I'll be doing today's Friday webinar for Big Club Network. It's been another amazing week, guys. It just continues to get better, to be honest. You know, the amount of people joining the team from around the world is growing, and I'm proud to say our team is one of the fastest growing teams in the company right now, which is a great credit to everyone on the call today and the leaders around the world, you know. And at the moment it's mainly Europe, but we are spreading, just starting to head into America and Australia and some other countries. So that's great. So anyone new on the call today, welcome. Get out a notepad and take some notes, because what you're about to see over the next 40 minutes is really something special. You know, I've been on the online and the internet businesses for the last 6 years, and prior to that, I come from a conventional background. I have a tires and mechanics business, still have that to this day, and I've been an investor, mainly in stock market, and did some forex trading, and I got involved in, as I say, in the online business 6 years ago. And I've been privileged to be involved in some fantastic companies, and also some not fantastic companies that left me down, you know. And I've always been searching for a company that paid passive income within the multi-level marketing arena. And I believe what I'm about to show you today, this is the first company that's ever shown me proof, or any of its members proof, that they make passive income, you know. And this company started this mining pool started last September. And as it started, obviously it started off very slow, but now what's happening, people and leaders all around the world are waking up to what's happening in Big Club Network, and it's really something very, very special. So with no further ado, I'm going to start the presentation, and at the end, if you have any questions, I'll happily answer the questions. So about us. Big Club is not owned by any single person or entity. We are a team of experts, entrepreneurs, professionals, network marketers, and programming geeks who have all come together to launch a very simple business around a very complex industry. Anyone can join Big Club Network and begin earning a passive income by taking advantage of our expertise in Bitcoin mining and other Bitcoin-related services. What is Bitcoin? A worldwide digital currency that is decentralized and not controlled by any government or institution. Bitcoin is sent using the internet directly from person to person with no bank or intermediary. Bitcoin is fast, safe, and anonymous way to send money. Anyone can set up a Bitcoin account, no qualifications, no fees, no chargebacks, and no borders. Bitcoin is the future of money, and that's what it is, guys. It's the future of money. So who uses Bitcoin? We all know Expedia, a very big flight company, Shopify, Subway, Dell, and there's more and more companies every day coming on board and using Bitcoin. One of the guys in our team in Ireland was in a restaurant in Dublin today, and he was able to buy coffee with Bitcoin. And this is what's happening, guys. It's going mainstream now. When this started in 2009, a group of programming geeks got together, and they wanted a way to send and receive currency with no intermediary, with no banks, no PayPal, no Western Union. So they got together and they've created their own cryptocurrency, which is Bitcoin. Never for 1 second did they realize how much it would catch on. Fast forward a few years, at the start everybody said it wouldn't survive. Just like when the internet started, what did everybody say? It won't survive. Who's going to use the internet? Who's going to send an email when they can just pick up the phone? When the phone started, I remember a long time ago when phones first came out, the size of them, and if you got a phone, the phone went off, you'd be embarrassed to answer it. You know, now we can't go without technology. The same thing with Bitcoin. How many people are after saying Bitcoin won't last? And look what's happening now. It's going mainstream. Everybody's starting to talk about it, you know. And what's going to happen over the next 5 years? More and more companies are going to adopt it. Last week, LOT Airlines in Poland now accept Bitcoin. So who's next? Will it be Ryanair? Will it be someone else? But right now, over 150,000 businesses in the US and estimated 750,000 worldwide use Bitcoin. There are no refunds, no chargebacks, or fees to accept Bitcoin. So why Bitcoin? The big question is why? For the first time in the history of the world, anyone can now send or receive any amount of money with anyone else, anywhere, instantly, basically for free, and it's impossible for anyone, including governments, to stop them. And this is how I started, guys. As I say, in 2009, programming geeks got together and they created a cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. But for the first year, there was no value. There was millions of coins in circulation on the internet, but there was no value. It was a virtual currency. What happened in May 22nd, 2010, one guy online says, I'm willing to give 10,000 Bitcoins for 2 Papa John's pizzas. It sounds funny, but do your research online. This is how it started. And then what happened, there was so much demand for Bitcoin, so there was so much Bitcoin in circulation, then it said, a fellow put in, and I'll give so much for X amount. And what happened, the price started going up and up and up. Mainly in China, the Bitcoin was being bought up. And in December 2013, the price of a Bitcoin went all the way up to $1,300. And what happened? The Chinese government tried to stop it. They said, we're not going to leave people treat Bitcoin as a currency in China, and we're not going to leave anybody turn their Bitcoin into cash in China. The price devalued overnight by 40%, and it went all the way back to 177. But this is what everybody missed, folks. At that time in December 2013, look at the venture capital here, okay? There was 2 million invested in 2012. There was 95 million in 2013. So this is in December when the news broke. But look what happened a year later. So when everybody started running away from Bitcoin, all the big venture capital companies, like in just April of this year, Goldman Sachs put 50 million in. In just the 12th of August, Mitsubishi put 4 million. So what did these guys know that everybody else wasn't seeing? It went from 1 million wallets, what a blockchain wallet is, it's like an online bank account, your own account. It went from 1 million wallets up to 8 million wallets. And more companies around the world started accepting Bitcoin. So look what's happened this year. It's 96 million already. There's 855 million now in venture capital after being invested in Bitcoin. So what do you think, folks, is going to happen in the next 5 years? As the Bitcoin gets less and less, right now there's 67% of Bitcoin mined. Okay? As the when it started, there was 50 Bitcoins released to the miners every 10 minutes. 4 years later, there's 25 Bitcoins released every 10 minutes. Next July, that's going to be 12.5 Bitcoins. It's going to keep on half in every 4 years till the year 2140. So what happens, guys, as the Bitcoin gets less and less, the value is going to go up. The experts online are saying the price of a Bitcoin in the next 3 to 5 years will be 10,000. Do your research and check this out. So what's the name of the game now? The name is acquire as much Bitcoin as you can. Because those who acquire as much Bitcoin right now, over the next few years, when the price goes up, what's going to happen? Obviously, you're going to make a lot of money. So that's something I'm really excited by. I knew about Bitcoin years ago, but I didn't know how to get involved. The only way to get involved in Bitcoin prior to last September, number one, you can go on to localbitcoins.com or any exchange and buy a Bitcoin as an investor, or go up and down. Number two, you could join a mining pool, like Antpool or some of the pools in Bitfury, some of the big pools in China. But you pay a monthly auditorship. You have to constantly upgrade your equipment. It'd be like having a Nokia phone. If you don't keep on upgrading, you'll be left behind. And then came BitClub Network. So every 10 minutes, new Bitcoins are released to miners as a reward. This will happen till the year 2140, when all 21 million Bitcoins will create scarcity and price inflation. Look at this, guys. We're a small pool that just started last September. It really didn't get going till October. And already we have 2% of the network. Why is that? Because we're the first mining pool to do it through a network. And that's what we were just saying earlier. The only way to get involved before was, number one, you can go onto local Bitcoins and buy it as an investor. Number two, you can get onto any of these mining pools and you can pay a monthly auditorship and you get your dividend of Bitcoin every day. And then number 3 is BitClub Network. So for the first time in the history of Bitcoin, there's a mining pool doing it through a network. What does that mean for us, guys? It means number 1, we can join as a passive level, or number 2, we can recommend a friend and get paid in Bitcoin for doing that. So there's 3 pools. Number 1, there's a $500 pool. Number 2, there's a $1,000 pool. And number 3, there's a $2,000 pool. There's $99 to register to have your own website. So let's say you took the $500 pool. What happens? You get a 1,000 days mining contract. So, and this is the genius of the whole system. For a one-time purchase, there is no more monthly ownership. You don't have to put your hand in your pocket in 6 months, next year, 5 years, or 10 years. A one-time purchase of $500, you're locked into the system. Why? Because there's a 50% repurchase. So what it means, let's say you get paid 1 Bitcoin today, a half a Bitcoin will go into purchase more shares in the pool, and a half a Bitcoin will be yours. You can withdraw it. We have a MasterCard where you could withdraw to the MasterCard and go to the ATM and take it out in cash. So what is that worth? Everyone on the call is probably wondering, especially the new people, how much can I make? The BitClub Network can't guarantee you what you'll make tomorrow because they don't know how much Bitcoins they're going to get tomorrow. But what we can go is on the last 10 months. And this varies. The last 10 months, on average, they're making about 0.22% a day. So think now, guys, of the power of compounding. So 0.22%, if you get out your calculator, that's compounding every single day. Over the course of the year, compounded up, give and take, you make about 100%. Okay? And that's over the course of the year. But that's the first year. What's going to happen in the second year? You have more shares in the pool. What's going to happen in the third year? You have more shares in the pool. So for a one-time purchase, you get paid Bitcoin for life. And people might say, yes, all the Bitcoin we mined in 2140 when we'll be long gone, but the mining Bitcoin will never stop. Because if I send Bitcoin to you, there's a transaction fee. That all has to be mined. So mining will never stop. So someone asked me 2 days ago, I was doing a presentation, what could I make from 500? I said, I can't put a figure on it. I said, I can tell you the first year, give and take, you make 100%. But I says, 3 to 5 years, you think of it. If you, for 500, over the next 5 years, got 20 Bitcoins for a 500 package. Let's say you got 10 Bitcoins for a 500 package. Okay? And the price went to 10,000 a Bitcoin. You know? So there you go. Do the figures and do the maths. You know, for a one-time 500 purchase. Can this happen? Don't take my word on it. Go online and do the research. This is what all the experts are saying. So what's the difference between buying these 3 pools individually or a founder? What it means for a founder, there's founder bonuses and special offers. And the big bonus at the moment, there's only 35 founders left, the founder trees left, okay, is that if you go back and think when Bitcoin started in 2009, okay, there was no value for a full year until the 2 pizzas were purchased. Then when the value was created, there was a network of people. So there was millions of Bitcoins in circulation. Every other cryptocurrency, and there's hundreds of them, if not thousands, that came after Bitcoin, 99.9 failed to get traction. Why? Because there wasn't enough people aware of them. There wasn't enough of them in circulation. Now take BitClub Network. We're the first mining pool to do it through a network. So anybody who joins BitClub Network, and the club coin is due to launch in 3 weeks, if you come in at the 500 package, you get 600 club coins. For 1,000, you get 1,200, 2,400. But if you come in at the founder package, you get 10,600 club coins. So if you can think of the club coins getting 10,600 club coins, the company's goal after years to have them at $1. Now they might not have them at $1, they might have them at 30%, but they also might have them at $3. So we're the first to do it through a network. So the power of the club coin is going to be huge. Like the closest, right now, the price of Bitcoin is $225. The closest coin to it, and I stand to be corrected, is give and take around $6. Now we believe, with the plans that the BitClub Network have behind it, that in the next few years we can come second to Bitcoin. and we can go way beyond $6 because we're doing it through a network. We also, as a founder, the company will also have another pool, which will be an ATM machine pool. The company just purchased 7 ATM machines. There's one just gone to Portugal. I know we're going to have one in Ireland in the next month, if not 2, and we're going to have some in the UK. Anywhere where there's a base building, you could have a chance to purchase an ATM machine, and you can get a share of every single transaction that goes through that. So in 5 years from now, like, Bitcoin will be one part of our business, just one part, because the cryptocurrency market is huge. So what's the risk of our business? There's risks in every business. The risk that we see is that if cryptocurrency for some reason fails to get adoption, we don't think that's happening because we just think it's the beginning. With all the venture capital that's been pouring, these guys know something. So when all that money is pouring in, this is only to start the cryptocurrency. And we believe cryptocurrency is here to stay. Now, there's a BitClub referral network. There are 6 ways to earn commissions. I've just showed you the passive side. So if you just want to be passive, that's fine. You can see for a one-time purchase, what you can make in the next few years is quite big. Now, if you want to get serious and grow the business, and this is something you can go to business people with confidence. I've sat down with some very big business people in the last few weeks who never ever did networking. And when they sat down and saw this, and I was able to prove to them outside the company where the money is coming from, and they can track, and I'm going to show you at the end of the presentation how you can track how much money the company is making every day. They loved it. So there's 6 different ways. There's binary team cycle bonus, there's binary matching bonus up to 8 levels, level up bonuses, level up generational bonuses, infinity overrides from ranking system, and leadership bonus pool. Get paid in Bitcoin by referring other members. All commissions are paid in Bitcoin. No cash, guys, all Bitcoin. When you sign up for $99 worth of Bitcoin, you will receive a position in the binary tree structure. This position will not be activated until you purchase a minimum of 1 share in any of our mining pools. You can begin enrolling new members once you are activated, and everyone you introduce to BitClub Network will either be placed on your left team or right team. To qualify, all you need to do is place 1 personally sponsored person on your left and 1 on your right, and you are eligible for binary commissions. For every $500 full share sold in your binary tree, you will receive 1 credit. For every $1,000 full share sold, you will receive 2 credits. For every 2,000 full share sold, you will receive 4 credits, and so on. All sales, including spillover down your left and right legs, will count towards your total binary volume. The most you can cycle per day is 4 times for a total of $300 worth of Bitcoin per day max. However, there is also an 8-level matching bonus that is paid on every cycle. So 5 credits on the left plus 5 credits on the right is 1 cycle. 1 cycle is $75 worth of Bitcoin. So see here, guys, the binary. This is only 5% of the compensation plan. For each $75 cycle paid, there is another $50 that is paid to the uplines through a maximum of 8 levels. You don't need to qualify for the first 2 levels. All members automatically begin the rank of miner. To earn on level 3 and 4, you must qualify at the rank of builder, and to earn on level 5 and 6, you must qualify at the rank of pro builder. Then finally, to qualify on the final 2 levels 7 and 8, you must be qualified as a master builder. You must qualify for these matching bonuses. However, there is no breakage to the company because we use dynamic compression when looking for the next rank in the upline. This means if your sponsor does not qualify, it will look upline to their sponsor and so on until it finds 8 people to pay. Now, the level up infinity bonus. This is where the compensation plan really starts. So this is your team 1. If you bring in your first 2 people or just 1 person, you get 10% upfront in Bitcoin and 10% every single day on all their repurchases for life. Then your team 2. If you bring in number 3, 4, and 5, you get 12% upfront in Bitcoin, 12% every single day, and think of it, guys, the power of the compounding and the repurchases. And then you get 2% of their first 2, their first 2, their first 2 to infinity. The reason it can pay infinity, because when you bring in 2, you get nothing for recommending the first 2 here, okay? Then there's team 3. when you sponsor number 6, 7, and 8, you get 15% up front, 15% every day on all their purchases and repurchases. And then when they bring in their first 2, you get 5%, and their first 2, and their first 2, and so on. When they bring in their number 3, 4, and 5, you get 3%, and the same below that, so on and so on to infinity. And this is for the guys who put a lot of work into the company. This company rewards the people who go to work. So when you bring in from number 9 and beyond, you get 18% up front. So bring in some for $500, you get $90 in Bitcoin. 18% every day on all the purchases and repurchases for life. 8% on his first 2, on their first 2, and so on to infinity. 6% on their number 3, 4, and 5, their number 3, 4, and 5, and so on. And 3% on their 6, 7, 8, their 6, 7, 8, and so on. And there's a little tip here, like when I'm always sitting down and showing some of the business, I like to tell people everything. So when they join the business, they know before they go in. Because the last thing you want to do is join the business and then realize 3 weeks later, I should have started this way. If you look here at yourself here, if you come in and put in your leader, number 1 and 2, and he's a good leader, you just get 10% up front and 10% every day, but you get nothing on his team on the level up. So what I tell people is that you should sponsor yourself first, number 2 and 3, if finances allow it. If finances don't allow it, then you just don't do it. Okay? And by doing that and duplicating the system, you'll see as in the next few slides, it's a way to get up the ranks very fast. Now, some people join just one position and that's fine. But when if you're serious about building a team, it's wise to come in with 3 positions, okay? And also, when you're building, obviously, to be fair to your sponsor, put some leaders here, but it's very good to keep some leaders from number 9 onwards because of the 18% and the commission structure. Now, when someone on your team 4 begin their own team 4, you will be blocked on the regular level up structure. So in order to continue paying you on all the volume, we have put another 4% into a 3-generational bonus that works like this. And this is amazing, guys. When you get to this level, you might think 1s and 2% doesn't mean much. You know, it means an awful lot. I'll show you my account in a minute and I'll show you what it means as it comes in on a daily basis. When one of your personally sponsored members in your team 4 enrolls their 9th person and beyond, they start their own team 4 and you will earn 2% commission on every purchase and repurchase made on all these members. Then there's another 1% added. That's just one step further, guys, a team 4 of a team 4. And there's another one step added again, but guys, that's just a team 4 of a team 4 of a team 4 of a team 4. So it's just 4%. Now you don't have to worry about this, or you don't have to learn if you don't want to. It's all the Big Club Network, the software team looks after all this. Now, number 5, infinity overrides. There's qualifications. There's a builder, which if you get to the level of builder, you get 1% to infinity on every purchase and repurchase in your whole organization. A pro builder, which is 2%, and a master builder, which is 3%. For a builder, you're blocked on the volume under the 3rd builder in your leg. Pro builder, you're blocked on the volume under the 3rd pro builder in your leg. Master builder, you're blocked on the volume under the 2nd pro builder in your leg. So it's not a true infinity because the company pay out 40%. But if you get blocked, you'll be happy because you're making so much commissions anyway. So builder qualification. And if you go back to the last tip that I explained about you taking 2 positions yourself, if you sponsor 5 minors that each have sponsored 2, so that's you by bringing in 5 people that in turn bring in 2. And if everyone follows the structure of bringing in 2, you're doing the person a favor by teaching this. And you have a total of 10,000 in your total volume in your enrollment tree, you become a builder. And that's a very easy, like I've been in other programs before, but it's very hard to get up the ranks. This is very easy. And when you get to the rank of builder, which some of the guys in the call are today, getting 1% of every purchase and repurchase is huge. Then there's a pro builder qualification. You need a builder in 3 separate legs with 50,000 in total volume within the enrollment tree. No more than 50% volume coming from a single leg. Stay qualified with a minimum of 10,000 in new volume per month within your enrollment tree, no more than 50% volume in one leg. When you get to this level, like the volume is no problem, you know, and that's good. We have one pro builder in the business, and is Matthias, and he's just he's probably 2 or 3 weeks away from being master builder, and there's two builders. There's another few just ready to pop. One is Simon Patmore in the UK, and the other is myself, and I'm just on the verge of pro builder as well. But there's, in the next few weeks, there's going to be loads of builders come through the ranks, which is great, guys. Then there's the master builder. You need a pro builder in 2 separate legs with 250,000 in total volume within the enrollment tree, no more than 50% volume from a single leg. Stay qualified with a minimum of 50,000 in new volume per month within your enrollment tree, no more than 50% volume in one leg. Then there's the leadership bonus pools. We have set aside another 1% for the top leaders in the company. We pay this bonus monthly on all volume from worldwide sales. Bonus 1, the monster bonus, is 0.5%. You must have 2,000 credits in the entire enrollment tree with no more than 50% coming from a single leg. To stay qualified, you need a minimum of 200 new credits per month with no more than 50% coming from a single leg enrollment tree. Bonus 2, the mega monster bonus, is 0.5%. Have 10,000 credits in the entire enrollment tree with no more than 50% coming from a single leg. To stay qualified, you need a minimum of 500 new credits per month with no more than 50% coming from a single leg. So that's it, guys. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to pop over here just for the, there's a few new people on the call today. So what I'm going to show you here is that, and this for me is the key. Like when I'm sitting down and presenting the business to any person, I always show them the blockchain. I like to go into the live account, and this is the blockchain. And just to go a small bit deeper for the people on the call, I know some are in the business a while, you understand this, but this, what the blockchain is, I just say like it's like an accounting bit of software. The best way I can explain it is an accounting bit of software. And basically what it is that what the miner's job is, and that's what BitClub Network is, they're a miner, okay? And if you want to see who the miners today, you go down to the bottom of the page here and you click on mining pool stats. These are all the miners. You can see here BitClub Network's up here. We're hitting between 1 and 2%. Today we've 1% of the total pool. You see FD2 pool, Bitfury, and pool, and these are all the pools. So if someone tells you they're in a company and they're mining Bitcoin, and if they're not up here, you really want to look in further and ask some questions. And if you want to see what BitClub Network has made in the last few days, you see here they've hit 6 blocks. This is updated every 4 days, so it's very straightforward. So what you do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sorry, there's 7 there. Each block is 25 Bitcoins. So just multiply 7 by 25, which is 175. Get today's price, which is 226, multiply by 226. And the company in the last 4 days has made 39,550 for its members. So this is, like, unless someone else on the call can tell me another company, this is the first company I know in the history of multi-level marketing that proves the money comes from the product. Any company I saw before, you went on hope. They've never proven it, you know. And most of them companies don't last. I'm not saying there's none out there, but there's none I'm aware of. And this is what the miner's job is to do, is to verify. This is here is every single transaction with Bitcoin on the internet. So if I send you some Bitcoin, every transaction goes through here. The miner's job is to verify every transaction. Their reward for verifying the transaction is they calculate a mathematical formula and they get Bitcoin. And that's how it works. Another fantastic website here is CoinDesk. If you go into CoinDesk, and these are all independent websites, click on price and data and click on venture capital. You can see here who's investing in Bitcoin. Look at this, Mitsubishi. This is all millions, 4 million. Go down here, look at the Naspers group, 4 million, all in Bitcoin. Why are these guys investing in Bitcoin? Because they know where it's going. The Georgian Co-Investment Fund, 20 million. Down here, the Beacon Securities, the US Futures, 28 million. Goldman Sachs, 50 million. And it goes on. So why are these guys investing in Bitcoin? Because I know where it's going. If you click here on news, you get all the updates, positive and negative. Everything's here. ChangeTip users can now turn Bitcoin tips into gift cards. Sentencing looms for a teen who promoted ISIL Bitcoin donations. Oxford Dictionaries adds new definitions for blockchain and miner. It goes on and on and on. And this is my account here. Just one of my accounts. Just give you an idea of, you see here, you see in my wallet now, there's 0.88 of a Bitcoin. You can see here the value is 201. You can see here my rank is founder and my qualification is builder. You're down here, and I said well ago about the 1%. I'm going to go through 2 or 3 pages here just to show you the 1%. If I wasn't getting the 1%, 1% commission here, $5. 2% commission here, $10. Okay, 1% $5. 1% $5. 2% $10. 1%. Okay, 6%, right? 2%, 6%. It all adds up, guys. It all adds up. I paid for some invoice this morning for some of my team. Okay, this is going on to yesterday. Then so here, that's a cycle. Some of the 3 cycles yesterday. You see 1%, 1%, 20, 10, 20, 60 here for 3%. 33 pages of all this, guys. So when I say to you, getting to the rank of builder makes such a difference in your account, you can see why. 3% here for a guy being on my team for 30, 5, 10, 70, 35. This is all yesterday, guys. 35, 40, 40. It goes on and on. I'm not saying this to brag by any means. Anyone who knows me, I'm not like that. All I'm saying this is that there's guys on the call today who are huge networkers, have been involved in the online industry for years. I've talked to a lot of them. I've met a lot from traveling around the world. This is the first time, guys, like people say, is trying to find the one. This is the one. This is the first time in the history of multi-level marketing where we have a company that proves where the money comes from. You know, it's not one of these companies where you double your money in 2 or 3 months. You know, they don't last. This is real. It's roughly about 0.22% a day. It could be 0.1 next week. It could be 0.3 the week after. But the bottom line is passive income. So the name of the game, guys, is accumulate as much Bitcoin as you can in the next few years, and you'll set yourself up for life. So what I'll do now before we finish up is we'll be in the next day or 2 on Facebook and WhatsApp. We'll be announcing Ross and Matthias are coming to Ireland, and then Matthias will be going back to Poland after a week, and me and Ross will be going to the UK. And after that, then Ross is going to Poland, and we'll have all the details in the next 2 or 3 days, no later than Monday. So we'd love to meet you face to face, and make sure you meet Ross. This is the reason that got me over the line. I saw this opportunity through Matthias in October. I didn't look properly. I heard so much about it. I went to Portugal to meet Ross, spent 5 days with him in June. And after spending this much time with Ross has been in the industry 20 years. I was blown away by what he showed me. You know, and so do not miss the opportunity to come and meet Ross. Sit down with him, and after meeting Ross, you'll understand where this is going. Guys, we truly have a company that can be like synergy. It could be like Noni Juice. You know, we could be having this same conversation here in 10 or 15 years' time. You know, so how much do you want to make in that journey? It's right in front of you. So with that, I'm going to see, is there any questions? So if anyone have any questions, put them in the chat box. Yeah, just a question there. Yeah, the question, just really another question here. Someone to join. How big do I think it can be? I think I've answered that. About the trip, yes, we'll put it on the WhatsApp and the Facebook in the next 2 or 3 days, and we'll let you know where we're going to be in each hotel and so forth. And with that, that's it, guys. So thank you very much for being on the call. I wish you all a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you back here next Friday at 3 o'clock. Bye-bye.